he told me, he says, Joe, he says, you're going to have sinus trouble all the rest of your life till you die. And he was right. I have to carry at least 2 handkerchiefs with me all the time.
Yep.
You see handkerchiefs all over?
Yeah.
And I go through sometimes 2, maybe 3 a day.
Huh. There's nothing you could take for that, Joe?
Oh, what am I going to take?
I don't know.
They don't know not what to do about it.
What about your service in the Korean War?
Oh, I was in the Air Force.
So you piloted?
No. I went in I come out of here. I mean, out of World War II, I was just a PFC. Poor civilian, practically. And I was a PFC. But when I got in the Air Force, because of my wire, telephone field wire, and all the stuff that I done with the electricity, when I went in the Air Force, I signed up as a air electrician. So I was I took care of. We had C-82s, flying boxcars, and everything in that plane was operated by electric. Even the landing gear was electric. I had to take care of 16 airplanes that was in our squadron. I was the senior aircraft electrician at that time.
Is this? I'm going to just use this a minute. I just want to use it a minute.
Okay. The phone is the phone.
I don't have my other phone.
Yeah, our telephones are... We had 2 kinds of wire that we used when we went up to the observation post. A lot of times we couldn't use the truck to get to the observation post. We had to walk through forest, stuff like that. We had to use hand reel, and we used we call W130. That was real light wire that was consisted of 5 steel strands, and then 2 copper strands.
Nope.
And that's what we, for strength. And we laid that down. We call that sunshine wire, because it only worked when the sun was shining. Whenever it was raining or something, it would short out. And the other one, W110, was a rubber-covered wire, and then had a braid, saturated braid over top of it. That's what we used, 2 conductors. And after the war was over, we used that for getting into our tents. We would run wire and we'd hook up a pigtail, and so we had lights. And sometimes we have, we're lucky we find a plug, a female plug, and we put that on, and then we can iron our clothes or see what have lights. But over there in Europe, here, electricity is standard, 110, 220, that's standard everywhere. But over there, you had like 110, 100, 110, 220, but it might be 220 DC or 110 DC. You had to watch, you know, if if you had an appliance, you had to watch where you plugged it in. And we used to have to have meters trying to figure out. We had some of the hotels and stuff like that sometimes would have 3 different companies coming in, electrical companies coming in, and each one of them is different. So we used to have to mark on the plugs. I used to have to go around checking with a meter for AC, DC, and because a lot of guys was ruining the equipment, plug it in the wrong place. And all that wire we laid down for, every time we moved, we had to pick it back up. Wind it up by hand on a reel. And it was taken, one time over during the Battle of the Bulge, we lost one wire, one of our lines was out, so we had to lay a new one. So we're laying a new one, and as we're pulling it off the road, so the tanks and trucks don't get a hold of our wire, as we're pulling it over the side, I look back and I see a 2.5-ton Jimmy coming up towards us. They're going at a slow pace, and our wire sergeant, he says, hold on here a minute. So we quit doing anything, and them guys was picking up that same damn wire we was laying with a motor reel yet. Oh, was he pissed. He cussed him up and down, and he demanded so many reels of wire to make up for what we lost. And they couldn't argue because with the wire they were putting on a reel was coming right up to what we're laying down. There's all kind of things that happen during the war. You do crazy things too. We took, and one time we had they was making spaghetti that day. Oh, talk about spaghetti. They took, and I don't know how long they boiled the damn spaghetti, but it was clumped. It was clumped up, and the sauce was made from ketchup.
Oh.
So I took a look at that. I put it down, and I said, well, I ain't gonna eat that. So I had my gun strapped across my back so I could use my both hands. I'm sitting on my helmet, and all of a sudden I'm hearing machine guns coming from the air. When you hear a machine gun on the ground, that's one sound, but when it's in the air, it's got like a popping sound to it. And I hear this popping sound, and so here comes ground bitten, tore up. Everybody's running like hell. Black boys already in the hole. And so I took my mess kit with that spaghetti, and I heaved it, and I run for the kitchen. The sergeant's, mess sergeant, he had a nice foxhole, and it had a regular, like a regular door frame on it. I went and I jumped to get in it, and I can't get in. I back up and I hit it again, and what the hell? And it come to me. The damn gun is across my back. So I threw the gun on the side and I got in. But what it was, that was a P-51. It was shot up over Germany, and they told him he had about 7 minutes to get our lines. And he's losing altitude as he's going along. But as he's coming towards our outfit, there was 3 Focke-Wulf 190s was getting on his tail. And they was shooting at him, and he was coming, so finally over our outfit, he bailed out. But that anti-aircraft group that was with us, they hit the other 3 Focke-Wulf 190s with, well, actually they hit the P-51 too, because, no, it was a P-47, not a 51. P-47, and the Focke-Wulf 190s look a lot like a P-47, only it's skinnier, a little bit, just a little bit skinnier. And so they hit him in the tail. He bailed out, and they got the other 3, and they all crashed within a half mile of our outfit. They got them all 3 were dead. But the guy that come down landed in our outfit, he was, as soon as he hit the ground, he was out of his parachute, and he had his 45 in his hand, and he's running for the woods, you know, trying to get into cover. And there's one of my buddies is hollering, "Come back here, you crouch son of a bitch." He's hollering, and as soon as he heard the swearing and everything, he stopped. He come back. He said, "Well, I know where I'm at." So he come back, and they took him. The captain actually took him in his foxhole and
Drink.
they drink. We didn't get none of that, but boy, he got it. Then they even sent the outfit, I guess where he was at, they sent a jeep and come down and get him. But this plane, where it landed behind us, about 300 feet from my foxhole, and it's burning, and that ammunition's going doo 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 doo. Everybody's running like hell, and the captain says, "Gotta put out that fire." Getting close to nighttime, and we waited a little bit more until finally the firing quit, and we went. The only thing we could do was, we had shovels, we went and throw dirt on it, that's all. We finally got it out, and the machine gun section got some new machine guns. they went into the wings and they tore the wings up to get the guns. Yeah, so whatever ammunition didn't go off, well, they used too. So they gained by it. I had a laugh when I was in the Air Force. This one guy says he says everybody was, as soon as a plane would crash, the first thing that'd be salvaged out of the plane would be the clock. Be right on the dash, and this guy was the first one to a crash one time over in Europe. He went over to trying to get that clock, and he says that damn pilot took the clock out before he hit the ground. he said the son of a gun, he stole the damn clock. And he was the first one there. He was happy. He's going to get the clock. He didn't get nothing. Where was he, man?
Did you make questions of Clayton and Quan?
Yeah, we asked him. We just had a couple at the beginning.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, every time we moved from one position to another. Oh, you take reserve fighting, it takes a while before they can get 10, 15 miles, you know, out of our reach, so we can't help them out no more. Now, whenever they're fighting, they train for, like they train for Normandy, them infantry boys. They train for Normandy. Once the line got stationary, once all the replacements come in, they take him back to England. They take him back and they fill that outfit up from the ones that are casualties. They fill up the outfit and they train for another mission. Meanwhile, us guys that were supporting them, we got to stay on the line. We keep supporting the people that replace them. So we stay on the line sometimes 100 days or so before we get a relief. This one outfit, they sent one time, they sent this outfit just come in from the States, 656 Dream Train. Boy, they was Dream Train, all right. They put them on they pulled us off the front line, and they put them on to replace us, and they couldn't handle the job. They still had our dummy rounds and everything, but they didn't know what to do. So they had to pull them out and put us back in, and that was our break, you know. We came, oh man, Dream Train. It didn't take him long though to learn. Whenever some of them used to come over to our outfit and watch what we was doing. Yeah, whenever they was unloading their ammunition from the 9-ton Mack trucks, they would use a hook on a chain, one by one. They'd take that 200-pound shell off. Our guys, whenever they unload ammunition, when they first get it from the Repa Depot, or from the supply depot, they get the shells, and they got that nose plug in them, you know, for that hook. We left them on. Guy would, there was a hole where we were going to put the ammunition, so it'd back up real fast. And put on the brakes, and all them shells would go vroom, right into that hole. Them guys was going nuts because they thought it was going to blow up. They ain't going to do nothing because that plug is in there. No fuses. The only thing that was in, everything was in a separate.
Did you get all